Hi, mathematicians. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since we did a problem at home. Today, you're going to do a problem about reading because everything you do at school is connected. Reading is connected to writing, both are connected to phonics. Making sense happens in all curricular areas reading, math, and writing, and science too. So today, we're going to think about how many pages a class has read in a fiction book and in nonfiction books. So let's just think about this. Can you imagine a fiction book? Maybe think about Those Darn Squirrels or Mercy Watson. If I was thinking about a nonfiction book, I might think about a book that's called All About Monkeys or Trucks, right? So fiction books might seem real, but they are make-believe. And nonfiction books are places where we can get information. So let's just think about this for a second. A class read a total of pages in fiction and nonfiction books this week. If of the pages they read were fiction, how many nonfiction pages did the class read? Can you make a picture in your mind? You've got your fiction books and your nonfiction books. You know how many pages the class read altogether, and you know how many they read in fiction, but you don't know how many nonfiction pages they read. That's what we're trying to figure out. Can you just stop the video for a second and say that to yourself? Good job. All right, so let's take a look now at what our problem numbers are, and they are getting big this week. Okay, so we might say 2,034 and 769, 336 and 129, 1,364 and 829, or 614 and 379. So now let's place these in the problem, okay, friends? So remember, the pink space is where the numbers that are underlined in pink go, and the yellow space is where the numbers underlined in yellow go. That will just help you remember where it goes where. So maybe the class reads a total of 2,034 pages in fiction and nonfiction, and they read 769 fiction pages. You're going to try to figure out how many nonfiction pages they read. Or maybe you're going to feel like your Just Right set is 336 pages total and 129 pages in fiction. Perhaps you'll feel like 1,364 pages in fiction and nonfiction feels just right to you, and that the class read 829 pages in fiction. Finally, we have another choice for you. 614 pages in fiction and nonfiction, and 379 pages in fiction. Remember, we're trying to figure out how many nonfiction pages the class read. Remember, mathematicians, once you pick your just right number set, stop and think, what would be reasonable? What would be unreasonable? How am I making sense of this problem? Then I want you to think about a strategy. And this is a really unique type of problem because some students solve this problem using addition and others use it solving subtraction. The important thing is when you plug the numbers into the story, it has to make sense that you have a total number of fiction and nonfiction pages. I'm giving you the fiction pages and you need to figure out the nonfiction pages. So this one's pretty tricky, mathematicians. Remember, if any of these sets are too hard, try it with some smaller numbers and see if you can figure it out with smaller numbers. As always, you have virtual manipulatives here that you can link through Google Classroom if you want to use them. You can use pictures, you can use numbers, you can use words. Do whatever you want. Make sure you show your thinking and make sure you solve it in two ways. And that gives us a great amount of perseverance. It also helps us be more accurate as mathematicians, and it helps us to be more flexible. Last thing, whose thinking is this? That's right, it's your thinking, all right? So remember, mathematicians, use your brains. You are amazing mathematicians, so go ahead, off you go.